Hey, so today's topic is going to be how to get approved for your first credit card. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is Millennial Hacks. My name is Mukram Talabdin, and this is just here to help you save money and live life to the fullest like we all want to do. Alright, so now let's get into the topic. How to get approved for your first credit card. Now, I want to talk about a couple things that you can do before you actually apply for it that can help you get approved for it. So, first, your parents. Your parents. I know we're always blaming parents for stuff, but this time your parents is here to help you out. Now, your first thing you want to do is check if your parents have a credit card, because if they have a credit card, you can become an authorized user on their credit card, basically combined with their credit, and then, working off their credit to help your credit score go up. My brother has a credit card. Let's say he has the Amex Gold card, and he wants to make me a authorized user on it, and he had this credit card for about 10 years already. Me being on a credit line that has already been there for 10 years is just going to make your score up higher, and it's just going to start you off really great. Now let's talk about if you don't have a parent that does have a credit card, because a lot of people don't. A lot of parents don't have credit cards. There's a lot of superstition that goes around saying credit cards are bad, and they're really not. They're actually there to help you. You just have to use it really responsibly. So let's talk about this next one. Now, when you want to apply for your first credit card, there's levels. There's level 5, level 4, level 3, level 2, and level 1. So, level 5 is like your secured credit cards. It's at the bottom of the pyramid. It's, your student cards, things like that. Level 4 would be more cards that would be associated with, the Amex Everyday, a Freedom Unlimited, a Saver card from Capital One. Your level 3 would be an Amex Go card, Chase Sapphire Preferred, those cards right there. Now, for your level 2 would be a Amex Platinum, a Chase Sapphire Reserve, so cards like those that require a more higher annual fee and you get a lot of benefits back. Your level 1 would be cards that are kind of invitational only, that you usually can't, just go out there and apply by yourself. So let's say the legendary Amex Black card. There are also a couple of cards out there that are still, invitation only. Those cards would be considered as well. My mom just got invited to a MasterCard, the luxury cards. So I don't know if you can still apply for those, but it was an invitation that came in mail, so it was kind of cool. And it's always cool when you get invited to a card rather than just apply for it, because oh, they like me. So after all that, you want to go for a card that's going to be a secured card first. So basically, when you go for your secured card, you can go for something like Capital One Platinum. My sister had got that card, and she got approved right away with a really good high credit limit, which we didn't think was going to happen because she hardly had any credit. So it's really good that happened for her. Next, it is going to be maybe a Capital One Journey card, which is a student card. A lot of my friends had that going through college because that was the one recommended card for students to get. So a card like that would also be good. Secured cards, you basically add money to it yourself, and then that will be the kind of your limit. So it's kind of you adding your own money into it. And then just think about it like that. People think, oh, I got to add money to a credit card. Why can't you just give it to me? Guys, it's your money at the end of the day. Even when you take Amex's credit and you swipe it and you have to pay for it, you're basically using your money on a credit card. It's just that you have to just pay it back. So just think of it like that. Typically, if you don't get approved for your first time, you can call a hotline through whatever bank, and you can kind of talk to them and let them know, hey, I just applied, I didn't get approved. Is there a reason why? One time I was applying for my Amex Everyday card, and it took them 3 days for me to get approved. So I thought I wasn't going to get approved, because usually if it's not there, something was wrong with it. So I called up my credit card companies, and I called Amex, and I was like, hey, is there a reason why I didn't get approved or something? And they was like, we're still just looking into the application. And I actually basically had to explain to them what was wrong with my credit report, because there was something on my credit report that was hindering me for the application going through. So once I explained that to them, they actually approved me with a credit limit, and it was all good. So taking that extra leap just to call and see what's up and just follow up with them will give you a really good head start on getting approved. So don't worry if you don't get approved for your card. There's nothing wrong with it. You still have time, and just keep going with it, because at the end of the day, don't give up. And if it doesn't get approved, it's okay. Try again. try paying bills more, try getting on, your rent or something, because the credit card companies do track that. When you pay your student loans off when you get out of school, that's also a way how to raise your credit score. So sometimes it has to just do with that. Do it better, and then call the credit union or whatever, the companies that deal with them, the reports, TransUnion, Equifax, etc. And maybe they can something that's on your credit report that they can take off to help you out. Another tip I would like to share about getting approved for your first credit card: go into the bank. Go into the bank. If you have a brick and mortar bank, wherever bank you're trying to go to, whether it be Chase, TD Bank, Citibank, go into that bank, because when you talk to the teller and let them know your situation and whatever. My friend one time was trying to apply for a card, and he applied online and he didn't get approved for the card. He was trying to get a Chase Freedom card, and he didn't get approved for it. I told him, I said, listen, go to the bank and see what they can do for you, because to be honest, when you're in front of a bank, in front of a teller, rather than in front of the computer screen, I feel like when you talk to the bank teller, whoever you're talking with, they're trying to you can tell them your story and they can kind of fill you out or whatever, and they can kind of get that card for you. They can put a push to get that card for you. So my friend actually went to the bank and got a Chase Freedom card, because he told the teller his situation and how he didn't get approved for it. They reopened back the application up, and then once they reopened that application up, they was able to see, okay, well, you didn't have a lot of history here, you're new, whatever, to the credit card scene, you never paid any bills off before. So but he showed them his income and how he's able to pay it off, his big expenses. And companies like to hear that you're going to use your credit card, because if you're not going to use it, you're not making any money. So they're using their credit card. He showed them his salary and everything like that, and he was able to actually get approved for it. So that's a big major way of how to get approved for your card. You don't even have to do it or by a computer. You can also go into the bank and get it. So those are my big tips on how to get approved for a credit card. Now, when you do get approved, you'll see a credit limit. I want you to know that don't try to max it out. It is not good to do that. Use it very responsibly. Use it as if it was your own money, you know what I mean? Like, if I want to buy these pair of Jordans that are $200, if I wasn't planning on buying that when I didn't have any money in my account, I'm definitely not going to buy it with a credit card, because I don't want that bill to add up on me and then I get a late fee and it's not going to look good on your credit score, or when you try to apply for other cards in the future. So you want to make sure that you're very responsible with it, and the best way to do so is just pay your card back on time, pay your bill, make sure you don't leave a balance on it, and it's going to just upgrade your credit score over time, which is going to be good. So when you really want to go for that leap and get approved for your score, I would say, call in to see what your credit score is. Use Credit Karma so you can kind of see what category you're in, because, when I got my first card, I was just like, I didn't even know I can get a credit, because I thought my credit score was like 0. But I had no idea how everything worked. But it turns out that, my dad put me on like the Verizon bill, and I was paying the bill back, and that was actually making my credit go higher. So, you never know where your credit score is at, so just make sure that you check it. It's really important to do so you know what category you fall into, because who knows, you might be able to get an even better card than a student card. You might be able to go to a level 2, which is even better. Also, when you're trying to get approved for your card, make sure you don't go to a annual fee one, only because if it's your first card, higher annual fee cards definitely are not the easiest to get. So start with one that's a no annual fee, and that can build out your cards, your family of cards basically, because you don't want to go too high and then have to start paying annual fee back, and you don't start recouping a lot of the big deals, because technically if it's your first card and you don't have a lot of money, you're probably not going to be traveling as much and doing a lot of things. So it's very important that you establish that in yourself before you go on and get your first card. So with all that being said, I hope you took something away from this video. I want to know what was your first card that you got approved for, and what was the process like getting it up, leading up to you getting approved for it. Like, what did you do to make sure that you definitely got approved for that card? Share your tips down below in the comment section. Let us all know. And also, I want you to subscribe if you found this video helpful. Give this video a like, and then I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching this video.